Hello and welcome to the session, Building a Report. One integral part of Salesforce is reports, as it's very important to us, for example, when dealing with customers, to be able to have that greater view and detail as to what the information they have, to be more predictive about what they have and being smarter about it overall. And as such, we create reports. But reports are not just things that are created, they have to serve a certain purpose for us and to bring value. So the first thing we do before we create a report or to even design a report is to look at the report requirements and specifications. What data are we trying to get? What format makes sense to have? What formulas can we add into it and filters can we add into it? What calculations do we need? So all of that is considered report requirements and specifications. Once we've done that, we're going to look at report types. There's different kind of reports. Customizing reports. A form of reports is your summary report, and another one is a matrix report. How we can add filters or parameters to our reports. And finally, to make it fancy and more user-friendly, adding charts to our reports. So let's log into Salesforce, and our assignment is to create a report for new business opportunities closed within a certain region. What do? We click in Reports, and within Reports, click on New Report. As we're selecting the report type, there's a couple of things that we need to pay attention to. The first one is we need to choose the right type of report because it will return to us the records that we're looking for, such as accounts or opportunities. But also the fields that are available to us are decided by the report type, such as name, amount, or close date. In addition to that, there might be some additional fields that are not visible to us initially. Do not hesitate to speak to your Salesforce administrator to see where they could be available, how they could be added in or calculated within your report. Our assignment again was to look for opportunities within a given area. So we're going to start by choosing a reports type of opportunities. And with that, the Lightning Report Builder opens. Lucky for us, we've already returned data within our report, but we'd like to filter in and make it more specific and customized. So that's the next step. So for example, we could add fields or remove fields from our report. We can group them. We could also summarize key fields. Additionally, we can also filter our records, the ones that we don't need, and we can visualize our report data into charts. Now let's start with the option to add a column or to add a field. We'd like to add the type field. So to add a field as a column, we can type the name of the field in the Add Column lookup and then click the lookup. And of course, to exclude or remove a field from our report, all we have to do is click on the X. Now, how would I know the entire list of fields that are available to me? Simply go to the Fields pane, and that will display all the fields that are available. For now, we'll hide the fields list. A lot of times in reports, one thing that we'd like to do is group our information. To group the rows, we can add the name of the field in the Add Group lookup. After grouping with at least one row, we can also group by columns. So let's go ahead and try and group using the opportunity owner. And this will convert our report into a summary report. And so we can further group by columns now. So let's go ahead and group it by account level. This will now transfer our report into what's known as a matrix report. If we would like to ungroup it anytime, we can always press X or drag it back to the columns location. So we can go ahead and ungroup our columns by Xing out the account level. And now we switch back again to a summary report. A lot of times we like to do calculation, mathematical functions on a certain field. In that case, we go to the column actions menu and choose a function from the summarize. So in this case, we can go to the probability, summarize, and we can select if we're looking to sum, average, max, or min. In this case, I'd like to see the average amount. So I'll go to the amount, summarize, average. And now as we can see, we do have our averages included as well within our summary report. Next, we're going to look at filtering. By default, a few filters are already added to our report. And if we would like to edit that specific filter, then all we have to do is just click on that filter. In this case, we'd like to zoom into the opportunity status. As we said initially, I'm interested in closed, so I could do a drop down, select closed, and apply it. And that's my result set. Now with this report, we would like to filter by type. To add a new filter, we simply add the name of the field on the add filter lookup. Then we set the filter operator and values. We're interested in showing only new business opportunities that are closed within a specific region. So here we can click on New Customer. Because it's a test environment, I don't have new customer set. So we'll go ahead and change that to all. I would like to filter by a specific state, and I don't have state as part of my reports. So let's practice some of what we learned. I can go in, search, state. I found state. I can actually drag and drop it into my report. Now I'd like to filter on all the sales within Florida. Type in state equals let's edit our state filter and choose a different state. Simply click on the filter. Let's try a different state. Apply it. And here we have our report. Now we're going to get much fancier and get into adding a chart to our report. Adding a chart is as simple as clicking on Add Chart. To be able to compare some data, we're going to remove our state filter. And then to customize our report or our chart, to customize our chart, all we have to simply do is click on Chart Properties. And we have a variety of options that we could use. So let's go ahead and click a donut. Now that we've created this amazing report, how can we see it? We simply click on Save and Run. Of course, we can save it within a folder so that we can share it with the rest of our team. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this trip as we looked at how to build a report in Salesforce, the requirements and specifications before we start, the report types, customizing our reports, summary reports, matrix reports, how to add filters, and then how to add charts and the different forms of charts that are available to us.